Hello guys, it's Miss Garcia. Welcome to Math City with Miss G. In this video, we are going to talk about similar figures. Similar figures are polygons that have the same shape but different size. Corresponding means having the same position. The symbol for similar is like a squiggly line. Two polygons are considered similar if corresponding angles are congruent. Congruent simply means equal in measure. And corresponding sides are proportional. So let's recall real quick when we say proportional. Example, if I have 1/3 and that is being equated to 2/6. So proportion meaning two equations that has two ratios that are set equal to each other. So if I am to simplify one of the fractions, whatever that can be simplified, in this case I can simplify 2/6. Common factor is 2, so I can divide both sides by 2, and so therefore 2/6 can be simplified into 1/3. And as you can see, the equation is equal to each other, and so therefore the ratios are considered proportion. So the sides are proportional. So the ratio of corresponding sides is called scale factor. Let's use this information to answer this example. So list all congruent angles, and write a proportion that relates the corresponding sides. So it is a little difficult to identify which one corresponds or to which angle, and so I am going to use the name of the triangle right here. So the first letter of the first triangle is J, and it is paired with P on the other triangle, the second triangle. So J, it corresponds to P. So angle J is congruent to angle P. The next letter is K, which is the middle letter, paired with M. So K is congruent to angle M. And the next letter is L, or the last letter of the triangle L. This angle is congruent to angle N. So I can say angle L is congruent to angle N. Now, I can write the corresponding sides, and what are these? So I can start with JK, and this is similar or is proportional to this side PM. And then we can move on to KL. Oops, I need to write that PM. And then the next one is KL corresponds to MN. MN. And the last one, that is JL. JL corresponds to or is equal to PN. All right. Let us try and answer another problem. This time we are going to find the side lengths. So the side lengths, we are going to pair, because these are sides, so JK with NM. JK, that's 40, and over MN. Okay, 16 equals, then I can pair that with KL. KL with the last two letters with ML. So KL is X, and ML ml is 14. So we have a proportion, and so we are going to find the value of x. So we're going to apply butterfly method or cross multiplication. So we're going to multiply 16 times x and multiply 40 times 14, and that goes over on the other side of the equation. So 16 times x is 16x equals 560. And we are trying to find the variable by itself, so we're gonna do inverse of multiplication, and that's division. So this will give us x be equal to 35. Now we're gonna solve for the other variable, and then this time the unknown variable is y. So let's set up our proportion. So we have 40 over 16. This time, instead of using KL, we are going to use JL. So the first and last letters, JL. So JL is 45. And then the bottom would be NL. NL is y. So I'm gonna write y on the bottom. All right. So we've got to be careful on how we set up our proportion. Now we're gonna solve, apply cross multiplication or butterfly method. So 40 times y is 40y, and 16 times 45. So 16 times 45, that would be 720. Isolating the y by itself, we're going to divide both sides by 40. So y is equal to 18. So y is equal to 18. All right, let's try another problem. Okay, so we are asked to find the value of x. Let's create the proportion. So we're going to start with, let's see, AG, that's this one, 32. I'm going to pair that with KX, looking for KX, and that's this side. So that is over x plus 3. And then the next one is GM. That's this side of the triangle. So 36 over XD. XD is this side. So I will have x plus 6. So here's my proportion. Now we're going to apply butterfly method or cross multiplication. So we're going to multiply 36 times x plus 3 equals 32 times x plus 6. And this will give us 36x plus 36 plus times 3 is equal to 108. And then we distribute 32, so 32x. 32 times 6 is equal to 192. And we're going to solve for x, so I would like to move the x over on the left hand side of the equation. So I'm going to subtract 32x on both sides. So this will leave me with 4x plus 108 equals 192. And I'm going to move the constant to the other side, so minus 108 on both sides of the equation. So this will leave me with 4x equals 84. Dividing both sides by 4. So this will give us the value of x, and x is equal to 21. Let's try one last problem. Okay, so this time we are asked to find ED. So ED is this side of the equation. So that means we are going to find the value of x, and then we are going to substitute the x into ED. So let us set up our equation or our proportion. So we will have, I'll start with CD. That it corresponds to GD. So 15 over GD. So x plus 3 equals, and then the next one is we should be using ED, which is 3x plus 1 over, and that's over DF, so 4. So let's cross multiply. So we'll have x plus 3 times 3x plus 1 equals 15 times 4. Okay, so multiplying 3x times x, that's 3x squared. So we'll have 3x squared, and 3 times 3x is 9x. X times 1 is x. This will always be addition because we're combining like terms. That would give us 10x. And then multiplying the last terms. So 3 times 1 is 3, so that would be plus 3. And then on the other side of the equation, 15 times 4 is 60. Okay, so we're trying to isolate the variable x since we have a number, a constant on the one side of the equation, which is 60. We want to move that over to the other side of the equation so then we can solve the problem. We want to make the equation equal to 0. So we can apply the concept in solving polynomials. So factoring. So subtract 60 on both sides to make the equation equal to 0. So we'll have 3x squared plus 10x, and that would be minus 57. So we are dealing with a, the a value is greater than 1. So I am going to apply slip and slide method so to be able to factor and solve this problem. So I will multiply a and c. So a times c, that's 3 times negative 57. And then this side would be b, and that is 10. So 3 times negative 57, that would be equal to negative 171. And this would be 10. So we're trying to find the factors of negative 171. So in such a way that when we add the two factors, that should give us our b value, which is 10. So we have positive 19 times negative 9. So if we were to multiply 19 times negative 9, that should give us negative 171. And then 19 plus negative 9, that gives us our b value. So we found the factors. So I am going to rewrite the new equation that we had. So x squared plus 10x minus 171 equals 0. So I slide the 3, multiplying 3 with negative 57. So since we found the factors, we have x and x times x is x squared, and the factors we found are 19 positive and negative 9. So remember, we did slide the 3, our a value. So whatever the a value is, we're going to use that and divide our constants, the factors that we had, divide our constants with the 3, which is our a value. So divide this by 3 and divide this by 3. So if it can be simplified, simplify it. If it can't be simplified, we're going to slide the variable, the value of a beside the variable x. So 19, looking at the first factor, 19 over 3. 19 can't be divided evenly by 3, so I'm going to slide the 3 beside x. So that will turn out to be 3x plus 19. And then the other side of, the other factor, which is 9, negative 9 divided by 3, that is equal to negative 3, can be simplified. So now we can get the x by itself. Setting each factors equal to 0. Inverse of positive 19 is negative 19. So 3x equals negative 19. Divide both sides by 3. So we will have x equals negative 19 over 3. And then the other answer is going to be x, we're adding 3 on both sides. And so therefore x is equal to positive 3. Okay, so here are the values of x, negative 19 over 3 and positive 3. And since we are trying to find the value of ED, so we're going to go back to the problem. So the value of ED, which is the pink line, ED is equal to 3x plus 1. And since we have a negative value here, where of course it's a measurement, the measurement of a side of a figure, so we're going to use positive 3. So 3 times the value of x, which would be positive 3, and then plus 1. So 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So ED is equal to 10. I hope you find value in this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.